Always a good day when Mike Weir joins us on Golf Talk Canada. Mike, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks, Adam. Good to be with you.
Good to be with you too, my friend. Now, you're getting set to captain the international team at the Skechers World Champions Cup. What's your excitement level for that?
It's high. I talked to a few guys that were part of it a couple years ago. Everybody had a great time. It's an interesting format with all the points on every hole, and came down to the very last hole, even with all those points in the last set of matches. So we got a great bunch of players on our team. So do the other teams, and I think all the guys have been talking to them. They're pretty pumped about it, and so am I.
Yeah, it's a really cool format, Mike. And you're also a playing captain in this. Do I have that right?
That's right. Yeah, all the captains are playing, and so Jim will be playing, and Darren Clark for the international European team. So yeah, all of us guys are playing as well.
And how's the game right now? How you been playing leading up to this event?
Well, at the end of the year, I started playing a little bit better. It wasn't a great year for me, but I've been putting a lot of time in here. I want to play well in this thing, so I've been. The weather's been great here. Luckily, in Utah, I've been able to practice outside the last, 3-4 weeks, and putting a lot of work in. So hopefully, the game shows up that week.
Now, Mike, there's some great viral videos of you absolutely grinding, whether it's on driving ranges or taking practice swings without holding a golf club in empty parking lots. Even the first time I went to Augusta National, you were the first guy I saw, and it was the Sunday before the tournament. You were alone on the driving range, the practice tee at Augusta, just working on your game. How much do you enjoy the grind of working on your game?
Yeah, thankfully, I still love it. I do love that, the work, and I love putting in the work. The putting in that time got me to where that I had some pretty good success on the tour. So that still hasn't gone away. I love to work on my game. I love to practice, and it's probably not as much as what I used to. I'm trying to play more. I'm trying to play more golf and just play more rounds instead of just being on the range all the time. But I still love the grind. I still love trying to work on my game and try to get better, and I'm motivated still. I'm still motivated to work on my game and play a lot better than what I did this year. So I wasn't too happy with this year. So feel like I'm making great strides with David Ledbetter, my coach, and things are looking up. I'm feeling good about my game.
Oh, that's great. And now this is a big team event coming up here. And speaking of team events, we had you on our show a bunch last year leading up to the President's Cup. And I spoke with new international captain Jeff Ogilvy about a month ago about his excitement for 2026. If you're asked to be one of his assistants, how excited would that be? Or how great of an opportunity would that be for you?
Well, sure. If Jeff calls me and asks me to be part of it, I'd love to. I've been part of it for a long time. I love the team aspect. I love being with the guys and helping them trying to get over the line. We've been close a few times in the last few years, and I think Jeff's going to do a great job. And yeah, if he asks me, I'll be there for him.
What kind of major lessons could you take from everything that happened at Royal Montreal to help Jeff next year?
I think there's a lot of things going forward that hopefully that I built on with the things I learned from Nick Price and Ernie and Trevor. And Jeff was part of a couple of those, so hopefully he's picked up a few things that can go forward. It's building that team culture, and I think we really did a great job of that. I think collectively as a team we gel. I mean, I was telling Gary Williams earlier that the greatest example was Thursday after having a really tough day. The camaraderie that the guys, and they did that themselves. I went back after some media after Thursday and I went back to our team cabin, and the guys were out chipping and putting and laughing and having a beer, and they were just relaxed. And I think that's why they played so great Friday. And that just led to the camaraderie that was built leading up to that. I think in years past, maybe guys would have gone their separate ways, but they bonded together, and those are the kind of things we need to lean on. The international team needs to lean on going forward and taking forward into Chicago.
And we'll never forget that Friday at the President's Cup last year, the clean sweep. That was awesome. Now, Mike, obviously we're here in Canada. There's so many great Canadian golfers right now on all tours, which is awesome. How would you describe the strength of golf in Canada right now?
Yeah, it just keeps continuing to get stronger. The guys are doing well on the regular tour. I think obviously Brooks leading the way on the LPGA tour. There's some great young and up and coming players. The development program through Golf Canada has done a great job. So it's in a healthy spot. And, I follow it, and I follow the young players and watching them and cheering them on. And I'm hoping they keep continuing to get some wins. And speaking of President's Cup, hopefully there's 2, 3, 4 guys that make the team this coming year. That would be wonderful. So golf in Canada is in a great spot right now, professionally.
Now, Mike, looking back, your win at the 2003 Masters influenced a whole generation of Canadian golfers. And now there's so many great golfers having success on all kinds of tours, and especially on the PGA Tour side. These guys all look at you as a mentor. What's that like for you?
Well, it's great if that's the case. I want to be there for them. I want them to be able to lean on me for any questions they have at any time, but never want to overstep my bounds because they have their own coaches and they do things their way. But I'm there for them to listen, and I'm cheering for them. I want them to have success, and I think the message I've always tried to convey is that if you have that self belief and you just keep working on your weaknesses and keep making your strengths your strengths, but you got to build up your weaknesses to be a well balanced player. You can achieve high things, and those things sometimes develop early in your career, in your 20s, sometimes 30s, even 40s. So you just have to kind of keep persevering, and the guys are doing a great job of that.
There's a great image of you at Augusta National in your backdrop, and every Tuesday at the Masters is the Canadian group where all the Canadians play together. What's that like for you?
Yeah, Tuesday's a great day for me. I mean, I have a great time playing with whoever is in the event that year, and the Canadian guys that are in the event. We have a great time, and maybe I'm able to share a few things around the golf course, that few small little things that I think are important and can have an impact in playing well there. So I try to pass that stuff along, and just enjoy watching their games and how they're preparing and how they're seeing the golf course. It's always a special day for me.
And then there's a pretty memorable dinner every Tuesday night too, right, Mike?
Yeah, it kind of tops the night off pretty well when you go into the champions locker room for that dinner.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, we mentioned Brooke Henderson a little earlier in this conversation. She's the winningest Canadian all-time professional golfer. She's had so much success. Another win in Canada this year. Just how proud are you of all of her accomplishments?
Yeah, she's played great out there, and I've always loved her golf swing. I don't know Brooke, but I've always loved the way she plays. Very athletic action, powerful action for a girl her size. She, I think has continued to evolve her short game and her putting. It looks like, watching from afar, but it looks really good. Her game looks solid this year, and she's done great. She's played great.
And in closing here, Mike, we're near the end of 2025. As you look ahead to 2026, what makes you the most excited? Is it the way your game maybe is rounding into form now?
I'd say so. I think the last few tournaments I played much more solid. My short game was just terrible this year. I mean, my stats in my short game were poor. So that's not only about my swing, I feel like evolved and is feeling better. I've spent some time on my wedge game and short game and bunker play and putting, and that's where I've tried to put more time in the last few weeks. And that has to get a lot better for me to play at a high level next year, and I think it will. I think putting that attention on that, and I'll continue to do that leading into Hawaii. I can already just feel in the casual rounds, I feel much better with things. So, yeah, I feel like I'm going to play good next year.
2026 is bound to be a big year for Mike Weir. Can't wait to see you out there, Weirsy. Thanks so much for your time today, and all the best here going forward.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it, man.